Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another Free the Piece Friday episode. This is the couple days after Christmas here, so hope you all had a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or what have you. Anyway, we're going to get into this. We're going to open up two Ultra Reds here. These are from 2017 Premium Release 1, which is kind of a unique series from Autoworld. It's interesting in the way that there was a version A, B, C, and D of the car, and then there were two different Ultra Reds. There was one that could be found on either the version A or version B card, which is the one here on the left, and then there was another one that could have been found on either the C or D card, and there's actually a variation. There's another series similar to this one, which is the series that came out before 2017 Release A, or 2017 Release 1, but that's a whole other thing entirely, and another thing to get into eventually. I still don't have all the Ultra Reds for this release. I'm still missing two. One of them, William Witters, has got aside for me, so hopefully I get that from him soon. And the other one I got to track down. So it's the Dodge Polara Max Wedge from version A or B. I've got the other one. All right. Anyway, without getting too deep into that, we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to open up 5 cars today, because we have those Ultra Reds, but I also still have these carded too, and I just needed to get them open. So this is going to be version A, so we're going to start with version A. Okay, of course, naturally. We're just going to maneuver the camera just a little bit to account for the car going to be loose here in a second. So there it is. These were limited to 1,672 pieces. All right. If you need to know, what else was in this series, there you go, right there. So collect all 6, 2017 Release 1. Definitely an interesting series from Autoworld. They only did the A, B, C, and D release thing on 2 releases. One was on this 2017 Release 1, and then the other one was Release 5, which they just called it Release 5. That's before they did the years. All right, so anyway, here it is. You get this one in this beautiful purple color with a white roof. Of course, the hood opens on these. One of 129. So the real car with these options, I'm guessing, is pretty rare, if that's what that plate means. Awesome car. This is a nice casting from Autoworld. Of course, we're going to have metal base, metal body, all that good stuff. Opening hood with details and all that. And then this is the version B car. So limited to 1,672 pieces. Let's go ahead and open it up. These have been just waiting to get off the card. And here is your version B. Beautiful sublime green. Looks really awesome. Let's see, 1 of 129 also on this here. So I don't know what that 1 of 129 means. Someone that's a muscle car aficionado might know. So throw that answer to that question in the comments down below. But check her out. Pretty sweet. Black top on this one instead of a white top. And it's looking pretty good with the wing. So they've done this casting. They've many variations of this tooling. With the wing, without the wing, different front ends for different years, different rear ends for different years. So different models, stuff without the hood scoop or whatever, it's called the shaker. Without that, yeah, all sorts of variations of the tooling, so they can make multiple models of this car. So very cool. So now let's go ahead and take a look at, instead of the Ultra Red, we're going to take a look at version C, which I already have open. So here is version C. These were limited to 1,256. This one it's red with a black stripe. Let's see what the plate says. The plate says 1 of 129 on this one as well. Somewhat interesting. Yeah, I'm really not sure what that means. But pretty cool. So here it is in red and black. I think it looks pretty good. And then version D, which is also limited to 1,256 pieces. We get it in the reverse, which is black and then red. This one's also an interesting one because the top it's full like gloss black. Really nice. Original pictures of this car, for some odd reason, showed it as being black with a gold stripe on the side, not a red stripe. Same plate. Just a really cool 71 Challenger RT casting. The hood always opens super easy on these ones too. This hood's not set in quite as good as you'd like it, but still a great version of this car. So these 2017 Release 1 cars are pretty, rare-ish, because, one of 1670, they only made 1672 of the A's and the B's, and only 1256 of the C's and the D's. So if you find any of the regular cars, it just might be worth picking them up, because people down the line that are going to try to complete Auto World may start having a tough time. Some oil on top of this car. May start having a tough time trying to find these cars. These might end up being kind of difficult. And then speaking of that, the Ultra Red. So we're gonna do this could be found. This one right here could be found on either the version A or the version B card. It has the traits of the version A car. So as you notice, that version A car is the only car in the series that had a white top. And this Ultra Red has a white top. And it's amazing how Ultra Reds still confuse people because they think there's a variation in the casting between version A and version B, and there just isn't for the chase car. So putting these at 3% of total production, which would be, you multiply your total production, which would be 1672 multiplied by 2, and then times 0.03 will get you 3% of the entire production for the casting for that release, which puts this at roughly 100 cars. So these are limited to about 100 pieces if the math is correct. So as you can see, traits of the version A car. Here's the version A car with a white top, white stripe, white top, white stripe. So every other little trim is going to be the same, except for the fact that it's Ultra Red. You also got the silver bit up front, which is actually a little off center on this one. So you got that guy, which that is black on all the other cars, as well as the roof is black on all the other cars. So there is your Ultra Red that could be found on either a version A or version B card. So you could have found it on the card that had this car as well. It just happened to be on the version A card for me. So very nice, very cool, very awesome. All right, so now let's take a look at what would have been found on the version C or the version D card. This one happens to be version C. So this is going to be basically, it's going to have the Ultra Red traits, or the traits of the car that was version C, even if it would have been found on a version D card. So limited to 1256 makes this car roughly limited to 75 pieces. So it's a very, very low number of available Ultra Reds like this. So there's 75 of these out there. And to keep things interesting, we've got a few things going on with this one that are a little bit different than that first Ultra Red. Well, one is the fact that it's going to take the traits of the version C car, which is this one right here. So it's got the black top, black there, and the black stripe, black spoiler, of course. And so there's your traits from the version A car, or version C car. As you can tell, the version D car is a little bit different. It's got a red stripe, It's got silver up here. It's got a gloss black top, so a bit different. And then the other thing that's a little weird and different about it is the license plate is tinted pink. I don't know if that's intentional or not. And I don't know if I've noticed that in any of the other cars that I have that are in that series. There's only one from the version CD that I'm missing, which is the Country Squire wagon. And hopefully I'll get that from William Witter sometime soon here. He's got that aside for me. And then that ultra red base. This was the first series that they did this with. They made these bases painted ultra red. So that was another way to differentiate the CD releases from the A and B releases, is that right there. So it's definitely an interesting series from Auto World. Like I said, I got 2 to go, and then I'll have that series complete, and then eventually I will do a complete series video on it. I just wanted to get these open. They've been hanging up on the wall for a while. They've been spots missing in my MassCar display cases, so I just figured it was time to do it. By the way, if you guys got Christmas money and stuff like that, you want to order some display cases up for your cars, get them from MassCar Displays. They fit all the Auto World castings, which is beautiful, including the new Ford truck. And if you want to do that, my promo code Champion20 is still valid till January 1st. So right up until January 1st, it is still valid. So go ahead and take advantage of that 20% off while you can. If you're watching this video after that, you'll have to use the Champion promo code, which is just 10% off, not as much. So hopefully you're able to do that. Hopefully your holidays were good to you so far, and hopefully they continue to be good. And that's going to be it for this video. So a quick Free the Piece. Again, of course, I encourage participation in Free the Piece Friday. Post up to Instagram, post up to Facebook, make a video, put it on YouTube. Let me know you did so, or tag me in the process, and I will definitely check it out. Thank you guys very much, and have a good day.